and it should start soon, relatively soon. And this will be the first like proper test out of what the game does, if the game actually works or not. It says excellent. Okay, yep, there we go. I'm gonna be quiet for 2 seconds as I try listening to the stream and see if it makes a big difference. It says excellent. Okay, yep, there we go. I'm gonna be quiet for 2 seconds as I try listening to the stream and see if it makes a big difference. Okay, seems alright so far. Alright. So yes, like I said last time, if you're someone just like who just found this video and is just like checking it out, just know that I consider you to be an absolute legend. Because you're straight up, just for the sake of like watching something about Half-Life 2, you've come to someone who's just an absolute nobody, just not really doing anything that impressive really. But yeah, good for you. I hope this mic doesn't make me sound mumbly as hell. I am blaming the mic for that. And I'm gonna do my part and try and enunciate better. It's all a learning experience. I do also want to say, you know what? Actually, I'll have something going on the screen just so it's not as boring. This, like I said at the end of the last stream, I kind of don't really like fellow Freeman. I don't know. It is like the last chapter before Benefactors, and I'm sure no one's really gonna mind. So yeah, I'm just gonna jump straight to our Benefactors. Hey, I look forward to using all these weapons. There's a head crab around here, right? I'm gonna shoot that with this. So I have so the audio in the last stream seemed alright, seemed to work fine. I've put a filter on to increase the gain, so hopefully, because like, yeah, the problem with the last stream was that even though things sounded fine, like the level, like, well, hey, gotcha. Like it all worked. The game itself was like super quiet. Well, actually both were super quiet. Oh, right. That's right. I forgot. There's crushies. There's little crushables. Yep, that's what got me. I do love this part where it's like you're actually just like this isn't even an entrance. This is just a coincidence of the Combine's weird ass like architecture. But man, this level, like I love the beginning, like the full congruent like day, where you go from you know, red letter day to Nova Prospect, all that, like that takes like a whole day. Well, I love all that part. It's just straight up Anderson 1 and fellow Freeman. I get a bit bored with that. I don't enjoy those as much. It'd be great if there's like one Lambda in here. One guy got in here and left a box. You know, it's horrifying and everything. These sarcophagi. It's horrifying. It's a dystopian transhumanist like situation, but man, I can't help but think that man, it's probably cozy as hell being in one of those things. Also, you can tell there was meant to be like a right angle here, based on how they like move. They just kind of hover for a second, do a sick jump. Oh, yeah, nice, got it. There's meant to be like that corner here as well, but no, they went with a right angle. So instead, we've got the what are they called? They're called like stalkers or something. We've got those guys just doing like a sick jump across here. Whoop! There we go. Yep, it's hard to do because you don't have a lot of space to move. Zip zapped. Yeah, a horribly dystopian nightmare kind of zone kind of thing. But man, it looks comfy. Okay, so that shows that you pass the human test if you don't fall for that trick. Yeah, instead get into this one. Gotta press E. If I could go to work in this thing, probably soul crushing, but like a little bit fun at the same time. Like a dandy little roller coaster every day. I don't know if these guys actually spot you. Wow, those things suck. Literally the purpose they were designed to do. Whoop. Oh, there we go. I also want to say, I would have yesterday after I finished streaming, I was like looking at the video and make sure like it's double pretty and all that kind of stuff. I saw I had actually gotten my first like ever on I think my third or fourth stream. I probably should have like paid more attention to which one it was, but hey, I've got a like 100%. Keep the streak going. But yeah. Other these weird like intestine tubes as well, because you see like they have actual like veins on them. So it's kind of like, oh, even this tower is some weird like transmogrified cyborg creature. I don't really like with the combines aesthetic. Like so much of it like blends, like blurs the lines more so between like a living organism and technology. It's a really cool aesthetic. It's also kind of like foreshadowing like what they want to do with humans and why the stakes here are so big. We'll end up like this eventually. They'll invade like a dimension full of ants, and we'll be the towers there. And then these things come in, and it's like, oh my god, an Armageddon stridden across. You know what would have been cool? If we got a Half-Life 3. I'm just putting it out there. Controversial opinion, hot take. But I think that would have been cool. A bit more of this. So I think those guys are just training, which is cool. Okay, but they do little trainings. Look, it's these things you shoot your rockets at. It's just the most literal like railroading you can do for a player, but it's cool. It really like shows you the inner workings behind this war machine. Oh, and like also like reinforces to you like, oh, inside every single one of these is a person. Is some poor soul that's been captured by the Combine, probably like a rebel. Oh. I'm getting my money's worth out of these rockets. God damn it. Oh, oh my god, I was really worried I was gonna fall back down on me. Oop. And you have to see one by one all your things. Sure, I think the first thing to go is your crowbar. I want to get that out of the way. Hey! Confiscation fields. Like those things in Portal. This is where the game gets really fun. I love that.
So, this is Dr. Freeman. At last.
I'm gonna let these play because I love
I
this.
wish I could say this was a pleasant surprise, but it's neither a surprise nor, as you will surely agree, very pleasant. Well, I am nothing if not pragmatic.
And you get to these and supercharges that. So I was in range to zap him. But I do love this. Like, this is a really great like end sequence. Because like Follow Freeman's really tests like all the other weapons and everything. When you're in the Citadel itself, they give you something entirely new, entirely different, an entirely new like experience for the game. That's also at the same time still does build on what you've been doing so far. They give you these little alcoves to duck behind. I don't know if this works. No, it doesn't.
Well, Dr. Freeman, under other circumstances, I like to think we might have been able to work together in an atmosphere of mutual trust and respect. Certainly, judging from your brief tenure at Black Mesa while I was its administrator, you showed every promise of becoming a valuable and productive contributor to the scientific process. And yet, I'm not sure what spurred you to it. But there is really no place in this enterprise for a rogue physicist.
A rogue physicist. Like, that's a term in the Half-Life, a rogue physicist. Oh. They're doing this. And then when they touch the, yeah! Well, that's the best. I don't know how many people never figured out you could do that. But you can't hold these things for long, sadly. At least they don't damage you. At least your own ones don't damage you. God, this game would be so frustrating if that was the case. It's a simple little effect. They figured out one little trick, and they get like a bunch of really good, really cool use out of it. Similar to like in TF2, and it is something I like about like Valve, like kind of how they design games, how they work all this stuff out. I don't know if these guys spawn infinitely. I don't think they do. It just whatever works. If it does the job and people like it, then yeah, keep it in there. There you go. Okay, I think maybe they just do keep respawning infinitely. Okay, I think maybe now it's done. Okay. I was really worried that like they'd be shooting me while Breen's talking. I want to listen to Breen. I wish I had like done a bit of research, maybe. But then I would be taking this a bit more seriously.
Your mentors are partly to blame, of course. My disappointment in Eli Vance and Isaac Turner is far greater than my sorrow over your unfortunate choice of career path. In a way, I suppose you could not have done otherwise. Who knows what seeds of iconoclasm they planted when you were young and gullible, but while they certainly share a great part of the responsibility for the recent troubles, it is you alone who have chosen to act with such willful disregard for humanity's future.
This guy playing Breen absolutely nailed. Just, you know, the kind of cunty, like administrator kind of guy, kind of character. Where are they up? From the shot that one. Even so, this part's still kind of hard. But yeah. Wish we could try and hit these guys. Also, I just don't think... I just found out that like, I still haven't even gotten 40. Okay, I need to go get. No, 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 no. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Yes. Oh. Oh. Yeah, this part's tricky. Even though you straight up have a god gun, it's still not that easy. Oh, got him, nice. Okay, alright. We heal up first. Oh, too late. I think guys come out here that you can grab. Okay, no. Ooh, Ooh. Oh. There. Ah! This is what I was thinking about. Oh. What a time when the episodes came out. I first played this game on the Xbox, on the original Xbox, in the orange box. Oh, no, even before that, on the. So I originally played this on the original Xbox with like, I mean the Half-Life 2 game. And back then, that was back in still when renting games still existed. We went to the old oh Jesus, video store and just rent that over and over again, essentially. But, like I never actually owned my own copy, but I love this game so much I just kept renting it. Probably every couple of months I get it, just play the hell out of it for a week. Oh, we had it. Oh right, I had my hands off the news.
Tell me, Dr. Freeman, if you can. You have destroyed so much. What is it exactly that you have created? Can you name even one thing? I thought not.
I love this. Directly talking to you now. But yeah, I just kept playing that over and over again. I absolutely love the game. It wasn't until I got a 360 and I feel like even then it was like a year after I got a 360 that oh Jesus, okay. I got the orange box. Well, you can go in here too, but if you touch that you die. So you probably shouldn't even go in there. You keep going down this way. Yeah. But then I got the orange box. As a little Christmas present, because I think my parents probably picked up that I love that game.
For humanity's survival. And not as we have narrowly defined ourselves, but as something greater than we could ever imagine. Something we can now only begin to glimpse.
To be fair, he's not incorrect. It means those things like essentially selling out to the Combine means yes, you are like it is a defined actual like change in what it means to be a human. But I mean that's kind of the thing. If you change what it means to be a human, then like this probably sounds like redundant and self-evident, but like you change what it means to be human. You know? Like you aren't you anymore. Like what are you actually saving? Are you being saved? It's like like to a degree. Like would you say? Oh, okay. You're supposed to use cover there to try and make your way up. I was too busy trying to like figure out how to like phrase what I'm trying to think of. It's like consider a pig, you know?
I have laid the foundation for humanity's
Would you say a
survival.
pig is a
And not as
successful
we have
life
narrowly
form?
defined ourselves, but as something greater
Evolutionarily?
than we could ever imagine.
Yeah, it is.
Something we
It
can
lives.
now only begin to glimpse.
It's the fittest in its field. It's found the purpose. It's found the use for itself. That use is as food for another creature. Like sea monkeys, like brine shrimp, brine prawns. No one wants to call them brine prawns. But is that a successful creature? It just essentially exists to be food for other creatures. Ooh. And the answer is yes. Like, it's definitely not a desirable like, way for a species to survive, but it's survival. Oh, that was good. I do like this ride. This is image design, really cool. Ooh. Oh boy. I think it was only one away too.
I have laid the foundation for humanity's survival. And not as we have narrowly defined ourselves, but as something greater than we could ever imagine.
Like, that's kind of what the whole survival of the fittest thing is about. Is you find like what role in nature you can fill. But the thing is, like, that's the whole truth for like even going beyond nature too. Or like dogs, you know, like the pug isn't natural. Yeah, I missed. I think it's supposed to take cover here. Yes, that's essentially what like what Bring would have like happen to humanity. Essentially become livestock. It's a creature with like an arbitrary use. An unnatural creature. Essentially like, yeah, betraying humanity.
Look at what you are throwing away. Is it worth it?
And yeah, on one hand, that's monstrous. That is, I mean, inarguably monstrous. On the other hand, that is a way for a species to survive. I would not, just putting it out there, I would not want to survive that way. But it's a way. It's a method, and it is something that like I want kind of like removed from like humanity and all that would probably like consider. Yeah, sure. I think that's part of the thing. Like no one had a choice. Green had the choice, and he just decided for everyone else. That's what made him a villain to begin with, you know. Yeah. Eight of the Mondays, am I right? I like this bit. They could have like just send you to like the Zap station. But no. You gotta have a cool cutscene, man. I mean that's how oh yeah. Dude, this Ascent is great. And you see more of these intestines, these veins. Oh yeah, and you also see look at the little fella there. Yeah, that thing that you never see. It's not appearing in this game tanks. And that's rad. I want action figures of everything, like this entire game. If there could be like a good action figure, I'd sign me up, man. Take my money and keep it. It's fine. But yeah, and you gotta think, like, how many species, like, just essentially did the same thing, just like sold themselves to survive, to live with being essentially slaves to combine. I love that part. Just shows you how high up you are. Although you would think the C-17 would not be that lit up. It does seem like a very, like, just a picture of a city from a helicopter or something. I was tempted to say Google Maps, but like no, that's dumb to say.
I'll take him from here. Don't struggle, it's no use. Until you're where he wants you, there's nothing you can do. I'm sorry, Gordon.
Of this, I mean you can't even like understand what he's saying, but like.
By vast meteorological intelligences, worlds stretched thin across the membranes where the dimensions intersect. Impossible to describe with our limited vocabulary.
What I've seen is also beyond words, Breen. Genocide. Indescribable evil.
Was it you're just hovering?
God.
Well, if it isn't Gordon Freeman at last. What's this? I'll put it over there.
What is this?
You have my gratitude, Doctor. First you lead me straight to the doorstep of my oldest friend, and then you deliver yourself? If I'd known you were going to come straight up to my office, I wouldn't have bothered hunting you in the first place. Having both of you in my keeping ensures I can dictate the terms of any bargain I care to make with a Combine.
Dr. Breen.
Huh.
Wallace.
Yes, Judith, what is it?
The bargain we should be making is for Eli's life so he can continue his research.
Thanks to you, we have everything we need in that regard. You're more than qualified to finish his research yourself. What neither you nor I can do is convince that rabble in the streets to give up their senseless struggle. Yet Eli refuses to speak the words that would save them all.
Save them? For what?
Eli, if you won't do the right thing for the good of all people...
Hey, she was there the whole time.
For one of them.
Alex, honey.
Dad. Gordon?
God damn you, Breen, you let her go.
Yeah, it's all up to you, my old friend. Will you let your stubborn short-sightedness doom the entire species, or will you give your child the chance her mother never had?
How dare you even mention her?
Alex, my dear, you have your mother's eyes, but your father's stubborn nature.
You haven't seen a bit of it yet.
Really? Well, let's see how well it serves you on the far side of a Combine portal.
Go ahead, Breen. If that's the worst you can do, send us both through your portal.
Oh, it's hardly the worst. But you might find that hard to believe once you get there.
It isn't necessary.
I agree. It's a total waste. Fortunately, the Resistance has shown it is willing to accept a new leader. And this one has proven to be a fine pawn for those who control him.
No!
Don't listen to him, Gordon.
How about it, Dr. Freeman? Did you realize your contract was open to the highest bidder?
Gordon would never make any kind of deal with you.
I understand if you don't wish to discuss this in front of your friends. I'll send them on their way, and then we can talk openly.
Don't struggle, honey.
Dad,
Ooh,
I'm
why don't
so
you just
sorry.
take out?
Alex,
Did you put it back in the book? There you go.
Judith, what do you think you're doing?
We're doing what I could never do alone. We're stopping you.
Yes.
Yeah, just let him get behind the desk,
Get in
sure.
here.
Just right by the intercom, sure.
They know you betrayed them. They'll turn on you. Judith, Dr. Mossman, please.
I'm sorry, Wallace. You're all out of time.
You're out of time, baby.
Don't.
I feel bad for saying that just now.
Dad, hang on.
You fool!
Watch out, he's gonna.
No!
Yeah. That scene is so loud.
Oh, no. Don't worry about me, honey.
There's no time, Alex. He's on his way
Oh,
to the portal.
yes. Benefit
You'll
this.
need this.
Dr. Mossman, Judith, look after my father.
Don't you worry.
Dad, I'm not saying goodbye.
Never.
Come on, Gordon. Let's go.
My girl.
But yeah, I love that. That scene's so good.
Yeah, Eli.
So many little implications, because like,
We better hurry,
I
Gordon.
said that years ago, but no one would be able to hear me say it. That like, the thing like with Gordon Freeman is like, why is he a silent protagonist? Is he just game reasons, or is it like actually in canon? Because just in that little like part there, it seemed very in canon that he's being quiet. I think those are actually bring.
We
But
haven't known each other very long, but I know you didn't have to do this. I had to rescue my father, but you... Well... Thanks for coming after me.
It's me you should be concerned.
Hey, listen.
I can still deliver.
That's him.
But not without your help.
the use of her face is amazing.
Surely you can set the relay elsewhere. There's no way I can survive in that environment. A host body, you must be joking. I can't possibly.
He is.
Oh, all right, damn it, if that's what it takes. Just hurry, he's right behind me. Oh, shit.
Like, second time you see those in this game. Oh, I miss him doing his little toodaloo. His little toodaloo to you.
Gravity gun. He doesn't have a clue, does he?
Don't you mean the 0-point energy
I
per
wonder where
energy?
he's going. Oh my god. This is the Citadel's dark fusion reactor.
Dark
It
fusion.
powers their tunneling
I can't wait for when we
device.
unlock dark fusion as
We'll
a
never have
technology.
chance like this again.
We'll save the energy crisis and the morality crisis at the same time. Just get all our oil from hell.
Can't shut it down. Looks like he's turned
I'm sure
on
there's hell.
control
I'm
to
sure.
the fire.
I'm sure there's hell in oil. I'm sure there's oil in hell.
Go to the core and do what you can.
Isn't that what the plot of
Get in the
Doom is?
elevator and I'll let you in.
Beep beep.
Don't forget to charge your PC.
I'm way ahead of you. In fact.
Do your worst, Gordon. But be careful.
Alex is so rad. If any character like deserves like a guide in their own little story, then yeah, it will be Alex. Father Gregory is the meme answer, but no, it should have been Alex, and it was Alex. How about that?
There he is.
Like that.
Dr. Freeman, you really shouldn't be out there. At the moment of synapse, as I teleport, this chamber will be bathed in deadly particles that have yet to be named by human science. Perhaps when I have the leisure to do the work myself, I'll name one of them after you. That way you won't be completely forgotten. When the singularity
Wow, like
collapses, I will be far
This thing makes zero
in another
sense.
universe, as a matter of fact. You, on the other hand, will be destroyed in every way it is possible to be destroyed, and even in some which are essentially impossible.
Combine soldiers.
I don't know what you can possibly hope to achieve apart from your own annihilation.
Don't listen to him, Gordon.
Don't fall for the shit talk, Gordon. Ooh.
Great. Oh no, Breen started his ascent. Hurry, Gordon, before he escapes.
But I just love how, like, what he's in makes no like proper sense. It's just like a clipping ball of things. Because it's dark fusion science. I wish more things kind of like. I think I got myself lost. I think I'm supposed to get on that one. Wait, it's back on this thing, right? Yes. You just jump off there to get to charge up, and then you go here. And yes, okay. Oh wait, no, I could have done it from the other side, couldn't I?
I
Yes,
could have told you that was pointless, Dr. Freeman.
Go, Gordon.
Oop, hoo, hoo, hoo.
Are you still with us, Dr. Freeman? Not for much longer, I think.
If you bad.
If only you had harnessed your boundless energy for a useful purpose.
One of the tangents I was going on was like when I first played this game and all that. It wasn't until
Portal's opening.
the orange box came out that I actually played
I
like
hope you said your
episode
farewells.
1 and 2. This part. Sadly, the energy balls from the pulse rifle don't do anywhere near as much damage as that. And I'll just throw them at this ball. Oh, yeah, into there.
Go back, Freeman. You have no idea what you're doing. You don't know what you will unleash. You could bring down this whole Citadel. Think, man. Think of the people below. No!
Hey!
You need me.
Come on, Gordon. We've got to get out of here. Maybe we still have.
Time, Dr. Freeman? Is it really that time again? It seems as if you only just arrived. You've done a great deal in a small time span. You've done so well, in fact, that I've received some interesting offers for your services. Ordinarily, I wouldn't contemplate them, but these are extraordinary times. Rather than offer you the illusion of free choice, I will take the liberty of choosing for you, if and when your time comes round again. I do apologize for what must seem to you an arbitrary imposition, Dr. Freeman. I trust it will all make sense to you in the course of... well, I'm really not at liberty to say. In the meantime, this is where I get off.
There we go. Done. Got to give it about like an hour, like easily an hour and a half. Follow Freeman is such a long level. I really enjoy them. All the Strider fights and that. Yeah. There we go. Victor Antonov, Ed Beckman, Kelly Bailey. I'm not going to read all of them. Birdwell. That's a good name. Birdwell. But yeah. I think you can kind of tell they didn't really have the ideas for the episodes when they did this first one. They probably were thinking, oh, we'll do a 3, and then they went, nah, that's a lot of work. Let's do episodes instead. Okay. Did episode 1, which is pretty good, and retcon's the end of this one. Or, well, I don't know if it's like a strict retcon, or if it's like the millisecond after this part that the Vortigaunts come in. Because I mean, that could happen. Because honestly, that did always bother me. When I got the 360 and I got the orange box, I was like, oh, so how is that? Wait, is this a retcon or is this something else? I don't know what it would be if it was something else, but yeah. Hey, look. Overwatch. That hot game. Yeah. Oh, this. The music for this game. Holy moly. Crackly the team. I love it. Alright, all the faces. I'll have you to count. I always felt like if the Half-Life 2 soundtrack got some vocals in there, it was just a bit more funkier. You couldn't really tell much difference between it and this Radio Future. Another game like I wanted to play that game for so long, dude. So long. But you can't. It's locked in hell between Sega and Microsoft.
Lamar!
Hmm.
Blast that little... Where did she get to?
Where did she get to? Hey, there we go. All done. Except for one level. I don't care for. So yeah, that's. I look forward to hearing this back, seeing how the audio is, if it's all good. If I need to turn down the gain or something, or turn it up. And if it is good, then hey, that means that I can actually start streaming some actual like things that I actually want to stream. Because I don't want to just stream first-person shooters and all that. I really like games with interesting stories. Whoa. Sorry, I just saw a OBS and my thing just went super red for a second there. That's odd. Why is there no sound in this? Not usually this blurry and all that. But anyway, so yeah, and I also, if this is good, I just need to make a small change. I actually, because you know it's October and you gotta do the October thing, which is stream spooky games. I want to stream a couple of those. I think that'll be fun. I was also thinking of getting Fatal Frame. There's a new, I think it's a remake of like the first one. I've never played any of them, but I know they're scary and they're like J-horror, which I do like. I've seen a couple of them. Not many, a couple. I do like that genre. And yeah, I'll give those a go. I have no idea how well I'm gonna handle them. Probably not well at all, frankly. But yeah, that'd be fun. So, yes, I guess this video is done very, very quickly too. This is, as of right now, this is the shortest, well, actually no, it's not the shortest stream I've ever done. Well, kinda. Because I've done, this is 5 streams of Half-Life 2 now. Oh yeah, this is 6th. God damn, 6 streams. And now then, this is the shortest one. There is a stream 0. There is a stream -1. But yeah, 6th Half-Life 2, just kind of get it over with, you know. Kind of get it over with. Because I always feel like, well, I said it before, everything up to Entanglement, that's the one. I have a lot of fun playing. It kind of slows a bit down around Nova Prospect, but yeah, I love the long consecutive day. Like the whole like half the game takes place over like 2 days, and in those 2 days, Freeman comes in and just completely like turns the whole Combine thing on its head. Which when something like that happens, that's kind of like, oh, this is why the guy's such a legend. He just actually came in and just wrecked shit. But yeah, yes. I think I will sign off. Um, if if you enjoy these 46 and a bit minutes and however many seconds, because like YouTube is always strange with seconds, that add some, take some, does whatever it wants with them. But yeah, thank you very much for listening. You're just keep in mind you're an absolute legend for watching a literal nobody stream this game, this 17-year-old game. And yeah, hope you have a good rest of the day. Later.